You ever notice how some relationships don't explode? They just quietly expire? No dramatic cheating scandal. No huge betrayal. Just one day you wake up and realize you've been lowering your standards in tiny pieces, like you're negotiating with disappointment on a payment plan. Yeah, they don't listen, but at least they're not cheating. Yeah, they ignore my feelings, but at least they're loyal. Meanwhile, your expectations are doing yoga, trying to bend around behavior that should have been a deal breaker 3 months ago. So let's run a quick reality test. 10 simple questions that reveal a lot about your relationship. Not dramatic stuff, just everyday behavior. Question 1. What happens when they don't get their way? Do they handle disappointment like an adult? Or like a Wi-Fi router that just lost signal? Silent treatment. Pouting. Sudden attitude. If someone punishes you for having boundaries, you're not dating a partner. You're managing a toddler with a driver's license. Question 2. Can the two of you sit in silence comfortably? Not scrolling phones. Not filling every second with noise. Just existing. Healthy couples can sit in quiet and still feel connected. If silence feels awkward, sometimes it's because there's nothing underneath the distraction. Question 3. How do they react to the word no? I'm tired tonight. I need space. I'm not comfortable with that. Do they respect it or treat your boundary like a personal attack? Because the way someone reacts to your no tells you everything about how they see your autonomy. Question 4. How do they talk about their exes? If every ex was crazy, obsessed, or toxic, there's a small statistical possibility they dated the entire cast of a psychological thriller. But usually, when every past partner is the villain, the storyteller might be leaving out a few chapters. Question 5. Can they apologize without adding a but? I'm sorry, but you made me angry. I'm sorry, but you misunderstood. That's not an apology. That's customer service for accountability. A real apology sounds like, I was wrong. I hurt you. I'll do better. Question 6. How do they treat people who can't benefit them? Waiters, drivers, customer service. The way someone treats strangers with no power is the preview of how they'll treat you when the honeymoon phase expires. Question 7. Do hard conversations feel safe or like diffusing a bomb? If bringing up a concern always turns into an argument, you're not communicating. You're navigating emotional landmines. Question 8. Can they celebrate your success without making it about them? Real partners amplify your wins. Insecure ones turn your success into a competition. Question 9. Can you actually be yourself? Or are you constantly adjusting your mood, opinions, and tone to keep the peace? If you feel like you're editing your personality, that's not comfort. That's emotional eggshell walking. Question 10. The big one. Would you want someone you love dating someone exactly like your partner? Your sister? Your best friend? Your future kid? If your first reaction is, absolutely not, your brain just answered a question your heart was avoiding. Because sometimes relationships don't end with explosions. They end with slow realizations. You start noticing the patterns, the emotional gaps, the effort imbalance. And suddenly the question changes. Not, do I love them? But, is this relationship actually good for me? Love alone isn't enough. You also need respect, emotional safety, and someone who doesn't make you shrink just to keep the peace. Because the loneliest place in the world is being in the wrong relationship. If this made something click in your mind, that's not negativity. That's clarity. And clarity tends to arrive right before people start making better decisions. Subscribe to LoveLens. Clarity changes everything.